Given the significant increase in costs, especially when new, of modern performance cars and how insurance companies treat said vehicles, there is very much so a bargain to be found if you know where to look, what kind of vehicle to go for, and in the case of this car, which, for all honest exposure, is a category vehicle, a category S in particular, but don't let that put you off, and we're going to get into why. This car represents one of those hidden gems, something of a cheat code, if you will, to put it into gaming parlance. This car has covered 2,000 miles. And what that means in practice is immediately a huge price advantage. Certainly for a vehicle which has barely covered enough distance to not be on the forecourt anymore, and yet still having the option, of course, of low deposit financing to spread out its cost. This borderline brand new condition Volkswagen Polo GTI, so of course the higher performance model in the range with plenty more power, and we're going to get to all of that goodness in a second, is under £20,000. Again, for a 2023 car which has covered 11,000 less miles, even compared to other 2023 examples on the market. And in a very similar fashion to, of course, that white BMW M4 which we had in the past, also a category vehicle, which was written off purely because of a scratch, which of course we showed in the video. Likewise here, because of, in a very reminiscent sense, some near side rear panel damage, which as you can see here has not only been repaired, but it looks fantastic, and it certainly drives fantastically as well. And as we said earlier on, that is a very nice advantage when it comes to saving a huge amount of money, a massive discount, if you will, over what this car really should be in terms of value. Now, being as it is a Polo GTI with the DSG gearbox, hill start control as well, and that 2-litre TSI engine, just to put into perspective how much Volkswagen performance technology, and in particular where it pairs with efficiency, has come forward in recent years, compare this to one of their most iconic modern hot hatches, the Golf R32. That was a 3.2-litre V6 engine car with 240 horsepower, and yet from 0 to 60, it's barely as quick as this car with 204 horsepower from that 2-litre engine. Another difference as well is this car can average 43 miles per gallon, which of course a Golf R32 certainly can't. Another huge advantage is road tax. Because of being that more efficient 2-litre TSI, it's £195 a year to tax. And not to keep comparing it to a Golf R32, but those are quite literally among the highest tax bracket cars on the road, purely because of that beefy engine at nearly £800 a year in some cases. It is in superb condition. If you told someone you had just bought this car from the forecourt of a Volkswagen dealership, they would completely believe you. But of course you need more than just performance and good looks. You need a car that you can actually live with. To that end, you have USB connectivity, a 10-inch Pro cockpit display with 12-volt power supplies, Bluetooth and navigation. It's WeConnect Plus prepped, has adaptive cruise control, parking sensors, dynamic LED matrix headlights with LED rear lights as well, dual zone climate control, adaptive chassis control as well, and as with every generation of the Polo GTI, these are phenomenal cars through corners. It also of course has sport suspension, again leaning into that cornering ability, ISOFIX prepped seats if you do want to use it as a school commuter. So in other words, it is genuinely, thanks to great fuel economy, great road tax, and that huge price advantage, the kind of car which is not only a huge saving over what it really should be, but which you can absolutely live with every day. And because of the fact that it has a barely 6-second 0 to 60 time, well, it's as quick as it should be as a proper hot hatch. And they look pretty fantastic as well, especially with that red trim, matching brakes, and of course the GTI insignia on the side. So if you were already considering a Polo GTI and the particular price advantage of this one coupled with basically brand new mileage appeals to you, then of course you could reach out regarding it via the email address shown here on screen, or give us a call on 01749 871155 or via our mobile number of 07482 267 439.